Today on the channel, our Jakks Class Superstars deep dives continue with Jakks Deluxe Classic, the Toys R Us exclusive, Series 2. Everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for our weekly deep dive into the Jakks Class Superstars series. For well over a year and a half now, every single Tuesday on the channel, we've had a brand new Jakks Classic Superstars video. If by any way you missed a video, go back, hit the old playlist as I have them all there. You too can be a Jakks Class Superstars expert. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as we still got a ways to go with these deep dives. And today you came to a special video as we are talking Jakks Deluxe Classic Superstars Series 2. And as you guys are aware, after last week's Series 1 video, the Toys R Us exclusive. Once again, Toys R Us getting an exclusive toy line. We had the 2-packs as an exclusive to Toys R Us. We had some Billy Graham figures, a lot of Ruthless Aggression style figures over the years. But it was time for Deluxe Classic Series 2. And the Deluxe Classics really came in as we talked about Series 1. We kind of set the stage of the entire series, so you should really check that video out. But these were always kind of a mystery when they were coming out. I don't know, they came out maybe every 4 months or so. That's what my memory says, but it was always kind of a secret. They didn't really promote them. It was just bam, here they are. They're showing up in California. I always knew 1 to 2 Fridays later they would be hitting my Toys R Us, and it was always like clockwork. Simpler times back in the day, especially with these Toys R Us exclusives. But I loved these figures. I still love these figures, and we'll talk about it. We're going to do it like we normally do with these Jakks Class Superstars figures. We're going to go figure by figure of Series 2. So let's get after it. Let's take a look at Series 2. All right, we kick off Jakks Deluxe Class Superstars Series 2 with my favorite one of the set. I guess we're starting off hot, and that is Bret Hitman Hart. Obviously, Bret Hart, a Hall of Famer, one of the big-time heavy hitters in the WWF, WWE history. And the thing I do like about these Deluxe Classic Superstars series are they're all heavy hitters. Every single figure that was released until maybe the end was a heavy, heavy hitter. Whereas the regular Jakks Class Superstars line, a lot of great talents, as we know. We went through them all already. Go back, check them out. But there was always, every once in a while, you'd get a Johnny Rods or Darren Drozdov, somebody that didn't really feel super, super classic or maybe not a big-time heavy hitter. Well, the Deluxe Classic series, since there wasn't as many of them, they went heavy hitter after heavy hitter, and that was pretty cool, I think. That was truly classic Superstars lineups. There was no doubt about, I think, everybody that was released in the Deluxe Class Superstars line. I'd have to look at it, but off the top of my head, I think every single one of them is a Hall of Famer or will definitely be a future Hall of Famer if they have not been. So, always interesting caveat to the story. But here's old Bret Hitman Hart. I love this Bret Hart, a sleeper Bret Hart figure. I always love the shades on here. They're kind of soft, good shades, I guess. They're, you know, got the little string going on. They are not a hard plastic style shade. So that's usually what we get with Bret Hart figures from Mattel, Jakks, you name it. And actually, I do have a loose version of this one just hanging tight right here. It's got a little strand going on, holding on the kind of, I don't know, vinyl, I guess that would be in the glasses. But just really, really cool. I like this one. It's got the open mouth look, but it looks much better when he has the glasses down over his head. Of course, this does come with the title belt, and I've said it before in many videos. I still feel the best title belts to this day are Jakks Deluxe Classic title belts. Fabulous, fabulous belts. But there's old Bret there. You can see the belt right here. You can see Bret going on right there. Looking good. Just looking good. Nicely posed in the package. Just Bret Hart. Pink and black attack at its finest. Of course, you got the WrestleMania ring skirt behind him. That was the thing that was with all the Jakks Deluxe Classic figures. Very, very cool. Series 2 on the side. Get a little seal there. It looks like the Classic Superstars, but just a hair different, as you know. So you can always see these guys and say, oh yeah, that's the Deluxe. The packaging's similar, but different. I love that it fits in the total uniformity of the Jakks Class Superstars line, but being its own thing with a little hint of orange color. Big glamour shot going on right there as well. You can see Bret. He's doing his moves. It shows Bret looking down, kind of hulking up. Just, I always love these little bubbles of what they show they do. It's just very strange. On the back, of course, you got the cross-sell going down below. You got Kevin Nash. You got Mr. Perfect. You got Shawn Michaels. You got Bret Hart, of course. Who else we got here? Oh, yeah, the British Bulldog. I already forgot. How can I forget old Davey Boy Smith? Up top, big glamour shot going on, and then a figure glamour shot, the Classic Superstars logo, all that fun stuff. Then we get a little box with a very, very small blurb, but we'll read it. We love a good blurb. Debuted 1976, 234 pounds, 6 foot tall. Finishing move, the Sharpshooter. Titles, WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion, World Tag Team Champion. Deluxe Classic Superstars Series 2. So there it is. That's the old Hitman. That's Bret Hart. Let's take a look at another favorite of mine, Mr. Perfect. All right, next up, we got a sleeper one in the line. We got Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig. Mr. Perfect, a Hall of Famer, one of my favorite wrestlers. I've talked about him a lot on the channel. I believe we even did a top 5 Mr. Perfect list on the channel, so check that one out. But this was always a special one, this Deluxe Classic Superstar, and it's special after all these years. I believe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but off the top of my head right now, this is the only Mr. Perfect figure that's ever been released that had his hair up in like a ponytail, a bun, whatever. Usually he's got the long flowing blonde locks. You take a look at his other Jakks figures, his Mattel figures, his Hasbro figures, for example. This one, his hair is up, which really gives him a different appearance and makes this figure a very strong figure in the Mr. Perfect, and it is definitely something different in the Mr. Perfect figures we've gotten over many, many years. So that is one little thing there to note on there. He does come with the Intercontinental title belt. Once again, I absolutely love these belts. As you guys know, the best belts ever, in my opinion. I just absolutely love them. It does look like Mr. Perfect, of course. He's got that yellow, possibly his most iconic singlet of all time. I think that's what a lot of people think of when they think of Mr. Perfect. You got the ring skirt behind him. Mr. Perfect on the side here, of course. You got the seal. The seal says, authentic ring skirt included, warnings, all that fun stuff. Then Series 2, little glamour shot. You got Mr. Perfect in the bubbles doing his little action dances over there. And then on the back, you got the cross-sell like we talked about with Bret Hitman Hart. You Mr. Perfect up there looking good. And then, of course, the blurb, tail of the tape. Let's read it. Let's see what it says about old Mr. Perfect. Debuted 1979, 260 pounds, 6'3". Finishing move, the Henningplex, a.k.a. Perfect Plex. Titles, WCW US Champion, Intercontinental Champion, and Battle Royal winner. Yeah, he's won a Battle Royal in his time. What about it? What about it? But there it is. That's Mr. Perfect, a strong one in Series 2, and a favorite of the total Deluxe Class Superstar sets for myself. So there it is, Mr. Perfect. Next up, we've got one of the sexiest individuals that have ever been in a wrestling ring. We got old big sexy Kevin Nash himself. Some call him Big Daddy Cool Diesel. I call him friend. Well, not really, but he is in this set. Another Hall of Famer, another big-time player, especially his WCW days, but I guess you could say his WWF days, his Diesel as well. Kevin Nash, one of the biggest big men in wrestling history, makes his debut in the Deluxe Classic Superstars lineup. And talk about the title belts with all these. I think they're the best. This one is very cool as well, as he does have the NWO spray-painted title belt. That is pretty cool with the NWO. Love that attention to detail putting that with him. But gotta say, this Kevin Nash figure, a little bit, that face sculpt head just loses me a little bit. It's kind of that blonder Nash period of WCW, the old Wolfpack era. It's just something about him looks a little bit strange. I just can't put my finger on it, what it exactly is, but maybe you'll see it too when you take a look at the figure right there. But there he is. Like I said, has that NWO title belt. Tells us that we got a ring skirt behind him. And you got Kevin Nash on the side, of course. Deluxe Classics at the top. Package uniformity at its finest. And you got Nash on the side. Then you got a little... These are Deluxe. They got more articulation than the Ruthless Aggression, as we always talk about on the channel. These are the forebearers to the Mattel Elites. This is what started all the craze. More articulation. This is where it began. A lot of people don't like the Deluxe Aggression style figures, but that was it. You can't just go to 0 to 100. It takes some time to get to the Mattel Elites, the AEW Jazzwares, and this is a direct family member on the old tree of action figures. There's no doubt in my mind about it. Got Nash up top, got his figure there. I love the shadow the figure has. That's just a nice little touch. Of course, the cross-sell, UPC, warnings, all that kind of stuff. Class Superstars logo. And then we got a little blurb. Let's see what it says about old big sexy Kevin Nash. Debuted 1990. 329 pounds, 6'11". Finishing move, the old jackknife powerbomb. Titles, WCW World Heavyweight Champion, WCW World Tag Team Champion, and the WWE Intercontinental Champion. So old Kevin Nash, very, very cool. I wish we would have got a Diesel in the Deluxe Classic line. Unfortunately, it was never made to be. As we know, they lost the license, went to Mattel, and the rest is history we're currently living. So there you go. There it is, Kevin Nash. All right, next up, we've got the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith. An interesting attire for Davey Boy Smith, as I always akin this attire, this look of Davey Boy to his Hart Foundation 90s run, which is a great run, of course. I would love some more uniformity, though, and it is interesting for the first Deluxe Classic Davey Boy to be this one. I don't know if I would say this is his most classic. I guess, what is Davey Boy Smith's most classic look? Is it this? Is it the beads and the long hair from the SummerSlam? Is it the old school British Bulldogs look? And we did get those in the Deluxe Classic Superstars lineup a little down the line. We'll get to those in a couple of weeks, so stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell. But I guess, I don't know. Which way do you go with Davey Boy Smith? That's a really interesting question. What is his most iconic look? And I guess it really would be his defeat of Bret Hart. When I think of Davey Boy Smith, that's what I think of, that era. But of course, I knew him as the British Bulldogs. I knew him in here. I knew him in the jeans wearing days. So he's had a lot of looks. It's an interesting topic starter, I guess. But we got Davey Boy in this look, and it ain't all half bad. I do like the looks of this one. Very cool. He's got the ring skirt behind him. Series 2, once again. You got Davey Boy Smith, British Bulldog. And then a little glamour shot of the action, of course. Got the little circles there showing what this figure can do. Let's put it through its paces. It'll show you what's up. He does have soft, good tassels, like a young Ultimate Warrior down on the boots. I wanted to point that out. That is always really cool. And then in the back of the package, there he is, the British Bulldog. Glamour shot, got that big shadow of the Class Superstars logo. We got a little blurb, we'll read that. We got the cross-sell, UPCs, warnings, all that fun stuff. Let's see what it says about old Davey Boy Smith here. Debuted 1978, 260 pounds, 6'3", the same as Mr. Perfect. Interesting. Finishing move, the Power Slam, titles, European Champion, Intercontinental Champion, Tag Team Champion, and Hardcore Champion. Very cool to get British Bulldog in Series 2. Bret Hart, obviously, we already talked about in this set. So some heavy hitters in Series 2, and an interesting look for the first Davey Boy is kind of how I feel. So you guys tell me your thoughts. We got one left. Let's take a look at it. All right, the final piece of the Deluxe Class Superstar Series 2 puzzle is here, and it's Shawn Michaels, old HBK. And I got to be honest, my least favorite in the set. A lot of people gripe, as I talked about earlier on the Deluxe Classics, Deluxe Aggression style bodies. Doesn't bother me as much as it has some other people up in arms, but especially back then. But this mold always did. Guys like Shawn Michaels, always strange. This was always strange for me in the line. Later on, when TNA took over Jakks, and had Jakks TNA Impact figures, and they used the Deluxe Aggression body styles. AJ Styles was another one that bothered me. AJ, Shawn Michaels, the two that always stick to my head, where they're the same height as everybody. Okay, I can look at that. But they just seemed too big and too gangly. Their legs always seemed very like frog legs or something. They just always seemed a little strange. And AJ Styles and Shawn Michaels figures in the Deluxe line of this body style always stuck out to me like a sore thumb. It just always did. Always looked a little strange. But that being said, this is in the package. Shawn Michaels definitely belongs in the Deluxe Classic line. It makes sense. But I always just had some issues with this. This was the only one, the only body style I had an issue with. And I don't know, I'm just weird sometimes. He does come with that beautiful title belt, of course. Ring skirt behind him. Got a little Texas-inspired gear. We always love that. Very iconic gear for old HBK. Shawn Michaels on the side, of course. Got the bubbles showing what he can do. You got the little glamour shot. Glamour shot isn't as fun as the traditional Classic Superstars line, at least in my opinion. And then in the back, you got the big glamour shots, the big shadow shot, Classic Superstars. Got the tail of the tape, the blurb right there. We'll read all that. Got the little cross cell down below, UPCs, warnings, all that fun stuff. Let's see what it says about old Shawn Michaels here. Debuted 1984, 225 pounds, 6'1". Finishing move, Sweet Chin Music, WWE Champion, Royal Rumble Champion, and Intercontinental Champion. So a Hall of Famer, an all-time great, a coach in NXT, as we all know, in this day as we're filming. At least for now, he is. So there it is. That's Deluxe Classic Superstars Series 2. Love to hear your thoughts on it. Do you remember chasing this one down in your Toys R Us? Did you pick these up? Did you not know they even existed? Let me know your thoughts on Deluxe Classic Superstars Series 2. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the old notification bell. We got a Jakks Classic Superstars video every single Tuesday on the channel. You're going to want to stick around for Series 3 that we're going to hit up next week. And of course, all the other videos we have on the channel on a daily basis, as you guys fully aware. Social media, follow me at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. And of course, ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. For the whole Deluxe Classic Series 2 team, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.